good at taking a break? What does your rest day look like? Finding my own rhythm within my weeks where I feel productive and inspired with my life is currently something that I've been more intentional with this year. I find that if I focus on just my day job, I start to lose a sense of hope, joy, and inspiration. There's something about working in the traditional way, like an office job, that I think can be draining for the soul. My job has taught me the value of working as a team and staying disciplined. I've learned even that in completing construction projects, there is only so much I can control and I have to let things just play out. But over time, I found that once a project is finished, there will always be more projects. Work is never ending. And no matter what we do, I think our need to strive towards achievement and satisfaction in our work will also never end. I always think that I would never run out of things to do when I'm retired. I see myself painting and writing poetry and contemplating about life and watching the world go by until the day that I die. I think it is important to have hobbies outside of what we do as our primary or secondary job. Something that makes us forget about ourselves, something that introduces us to new ways of being and seeing things, something that makes us feel excited like a child again. I think in our 20s, 30s, and even 40s, resting is what we do so we can get better at our job. We rest to work during the weekends. We also work to rest, like earning money for a summer holiday, traveling somewhere nice. We realize, I think, that rest is a necessity, but it can be really hard to rest fully sometimes. Join me in this video as I take you along what I like to do to rest completely and feel recharged. So I want to preface this by also telling you a little bit about what my current life consists of right now. So currently I am working 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday is essentially the time that I get for myself. And my primary job, which I call my day job, is being a landscape architect, and I work for a small company, and it's a company that I've been with since 2016, so it's literally been like 8 years now. And I've grown a lot within the company, but also I realized that I will be coming up to a change very soon, and having more time also means that I am able to work towards my second work, which I define as the current things that I'm doing for my creative business. So I am working towards building myself as a painter and a poet, and I really enjoy coming online and sharing my journey with you like this. And I've also been spending time on working on short videos where I guess I'm trying to tell my story and my work in more and more creative ways. It's all a work in progress at the moment, but I hope to grow this channel, and I also hope to grow my other platforms. And most importantly, I hope to be able to make meaningful, purposeful, beautiful pieces of work, whether it be paintings or poetry. So in the 3 days that I get, I spend 2 of those days where I am doing some housework, but also I am doing a variety of things, from recording videos to editing. Editing seems to take up a lot of my time right now in those 2 days. And also I paint. So I try to paint also during the weekdays. That has been very crucial for me, actually, to make sure that I am painting during the weekdays, because I start to feel like I am losing my life, I am losing my soul if I don't do something creative, something that energizes me, something that brings me back to myself after a long day of work. So I paint and I write as well throughout the week. And that means that I actually get one day that I try most often to dedicate one whole day, at least starting from midday of the Sunday, to actually just rest completely. And that means that I'm not touching my phone, I'm not touching my computer, I'm not thinking about anything else, and I rest. And currently I spend time with my boyfriend who lives in a nearby city, so I go to the city and I just spend quality time with him, and we do fun activities together. Sometimes it's just going on a long walk. So anyway, without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video, but I hope also that this gives you a bit of context to my life at the moment. I really love trying new cuisines from different countries, especially from countries that are lesser known, and Ethiopian food is something that I've been meaning to try for ages. I am really obsessed with Africa and Japan at the moment, especially because I've been listening to a lot of West African music. And also I'm really into Japanese films, especially from Studio Ghibli films, that has a particular vibe. And when I listen to the music, when I watch movies and videos about the country and the continent of Africa itself, I realize how diverse they both are, and I feel like just getting the opportunity to have a meal from the country by the people who originally came from the country, and they are cooking their traditional dishes. I feel so privileged to be able to experience this, and I also feel like I am getting like a taster, a little glimpse into the world, the life, the smells and the sights and the touch. This particular one in Bristol was really, really amazing, and the decor inside the restaurant was so traditional and so very simple, and I love that they didn't try to make it into something else other than sort of the art and the furniture and the sort of table pieces that are, from the country itself. Anyway, the food was delicious, so if you ever get the chance to try out Ethiopian food, then I highly recommend it. I've been finding this desire to go watch some live music, especially in a setting where I can just absorb myself into the music that's playing at the moment and really be taken to someone else's atmosphere, someone else's world, away from my thoughts and my feelings. We went on a very spontaneous search on a Sunday evening to watch some live music, and we ended up in this pub that was a short walk away from my boyfriend's place, and the atmosphere was so amazing. The people were super chilled and they were so interested also in the musicians that were playing, and you can tell that people also came to appreciate the music as much as they came to relax and socialize and just spend some relaxing Sunday evening by themselves or with the people that they love. Usually during the weekdays, what I end up doing is I end up rushing my meal times. Normally I am multitasking whilst I'm eating to be more time efficient, and that doesn't necessarily lend itself to me resting fully. But every week what we've been able to do is to at least we get together and we cook a recipe from scratch. And this is one of my favorite times of the week, because what we do is we put some music on and we take the act of chopping and cooking and preparing very easily, very slowly and very mindfully, and we just completely relax. I think for both of us, we don't think about what we have to do next, what's coming up during the week or even during later that day. All we do is just focus on the task and enjoy the music that's playing and completely relax our mind. And I think this is a really nice activity to do with someone or even by yourself. So what I've also been in the habit of doing these days is meal prepping my dinners for the week, and I usually do that typically on a Saturday, and it's the same thing. What I do is normally I put on a podcast and I listen to the podcast, sometimes music as well, and I just sort of zone out into whatever's playing and I just focus on the step-by-step recipe that is in front of me. And I highly recommend this. I think it's such a relaxing form of therapy. Now that painting and poetry has also become a part of my work, my vocation, something that I'm doing with a purpose, I find that activities like cooking become almost like a hobby where there is no particular purpose other than to just enjoy cooking and not necessarily be striving for some form of achievement. I hope that makes sense. So this cooking session, I wanted to try this recipe. I'm not gluten-free, but I wanted to try some gluten-free chickpea pasta with butter bean sauce and mushrooms that are grilled with some veggies on the side. And it's safe to say that we probably won't be making this recipe again. I think it was too thick and too stodgy for us both, but that is a part of the adventure. So I hope you enjoyed this video of resting with me. I hope that whatever you're doing in your day, whatever achievements or dreams that you are currently working towards right now, I hope that you are able to get small moments to larger moments of rest and rejuvenation in your day and throughout your weeks as well. Until next time.